Good afternoon, guys. Today we will present a topic from Introduction to Linguistics entitled Borrowing and Multiple Word Formation Processes. So, borrowing is the one of the important of word formation processes in linguistics. Through borrowing, English gains many new words from other language, which make it rich and diverse. In this presentation, we will explain that borrowing is and how it works in English. So, borrowing is the process of taking words from other language and using them in English. This process usually happens when two cultures interact over long periods of time, such as the trade, migration, education, or cultural exchange. Because English speakers have had contact with many different cultures. Borrowing has become one of the main source of English vocabulary. For example, English use words like croissant from French, piano from Italian, and sova from Arabic, which are now commonly used in English communication. Borrowing can be classified into two main types. First is direct borrowing, and the second is indirect borrowing. Both types involves adopting foreign words to English, but they are different in the path of transmission. In direct borrowing, a word is taken straight from the source language, but in indirect borrowing, a word passes through one or more language before entering English. So, we will explain each type in more detail on the next slides.
I want to explain direct borrowing. Now, let's just move on the first type of borrowing, which is direct borrowing. Direct borrowing happens when a word is taken directly from the source language into English. Because the word does not pass through other language, there is minimal change in its form and pronunciation. A clear example is the word omelette, which English borrowed directly from French. When we compare the French and English forms, we can see that the spelling and pronunciation are almost the same. One important characteristic of direct borrowing is that it is easy to recognize the original language because the words still strongly reflect its source. Next slide 5. Indirect borrowing. The second type is indirect borrowing. Indirect borrowing occurs when a word passes through several languages before it finally enters English. During this process, two words undergo phonological and spelling changes to adapt to each language system. For example, the word coffee originally came from the Turkish word kahve. It then entered Arabic as kahva, moved into Dutch as coffee, and finally become coffee in English. As a result of this multiple change, the original form is often unrecognizable. It is difficult to trace the word back to its original source. Okay, last slide. Loan words versus loan safe. Borrowing can also be classified into loan words and loan safe, which are also known as calcus. Loan words are foreign words that are fully adopted into English, including both their form and meaning. An example is the word catamaran, which English borrowed from Tamil and now used as a normal English word. Loan ship or calcus. are different because English borrows only the meaning, not the word itself. The foreign expression is translated word by word into English. For example, the English term loanword is a translation of the German loanword. Another example is Holy Spirit, which comes from the Latin phrase Spiritus Sanctus. Latin phrase Spiritus Sanctus. This example shows that borrowing does not always involve copying the original word. Sometimes only the meaning is borrowed.
Okay, thank you Rajwa. Now let us move on the slide 7, which explain why language borrow words. In general, there are several important reasons and I will explain them one by one. The first reason is the need for new vocabulary. When people encounter new objects, ideas, or technologies, their language may not have word for them. So instead of creating new terms, speakers often borrow words from the language where those ideas originally come from. The second reason is identity and group solidarity. Language is not only used to communicate but also to show who we are. By using borrowed words, especially in bilingual communities, speakers can express belonging to a certain social or cultural group. Another reason for borrowing is prestige and passion. Some parents' words sound more modern or sophisticated. Because of this, speakers might use borrowed words to sound educated, professional, or fashionable. Borrowing also occur in specific semantic fields such as science, religion, politics, and food. This happens because certain cultures are more influential in these fields. For example, many scientific and religious terms in English come from Latin, Greek, and Arabic. After understanding why words are borrowed, let us continue to the next slide and see what happens after a word enters a new language. Slide 8 discusses nativization of loan words. This explains how borrowed words become part of the receiving language. Point 1. Nativization is the process in which borrowed words become fully integrated. They adapt to the pronunciation, spelling, and grammar of the new language. Point 2. In English, this process is called Anglicization. Through Anglicization, borrowed words slowly lose their foreign identity and become part of everyday English. And then point 3, many common English words actually come from other language. For example, words like animal, table, chair, and flower were borrowed from French. However, today they feel completely natural to English speakers. And point 4, some borrowed words are so well integrated that they can take English suffix. For instance, the word parent can become parenthood. This shows that the word is fully accepted in English. In conclusion, borrowing is not a problem for a language. Instead, it enriches vocabulary and shows how language grows through contact with other cultures. Okay, now I will hand over to Lutfi, who will explain the next part.
Okay, thank you, Cila. Now I want to tell you about effect the borrowing. Borrowing does not only add the new word, but it also affect to the language in several important ways. There are three main effects of borrowing. The first one is phonological, grammatical, and semantic. Okay, now I want to tell you about the first one is phonological effect or sound. When the words are borrowed, they introduce a new sound or a sound pattern into the language. Their sound are then adapted to the phonological system of English over time. These borrowed second can become part of the language. And next, the second one is grammatical effect or plural form. Borrow word will bring new grammatical patterns, especially in plural form. Some borrow word keep the original plural form, while other adapt to the English. Grammar this show how borrowing can influence the grammatical system of the language. Okay, the last one is borrowing effect or change meaning. Borrowing can cause a change in the meaning, such as narrowing, broadening, and shifting or meaning. A clear example is the Old English word deer, which originally mean any animals. After the borrowing of the word animal, the meaning of deer become more specific. Today, refers only to a particular kind of animal. This process is known as semantic narrowing. Okay, for the last is conclusion. In the excess vocabulary and the allow speaker to example idea more specific, thought borrowing English has become a flexible and deeper language. More importantly, borrowing reflect culture and historical contact between different society. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this video. We hope you understand what we explain it. See you next time.